Hello, friends and followers. I am back at bowling, finally. Down here at River Rand Bowl on New Year's Eve, middle of the day. Back from COVID, back from being out of town. Gonna get some practice in finally. It's been a while. I want to lock in a good wrist position, which I figured out 3 weeks ago at this point. I also want to do some work out with some couple bowling balls. One, you saw in my previous video, when I polished the Jackal, it didn't work very well. So I went ahead and hit the Mythic Jackal with reaction scuff. Brought it down to around 3,000. I brought it along with the UFO Alert. I want to compare those two balls. Those are basically, the UFO Alert is my best ball. It just, out of hand, it is the ball that gives me the best look. It gives me the best chance of scoring well. And if I can throw it, I should throw it. The Mythic, I am hoping, is going to end up being basically a UFO Alert plus. Something a little bit stronger, something a little bit more powerful. Same general shape, but just more pop, more punch. The polish for that didn't work. Hopefully a little bit of surface will help that. If it doesn't, I'll just take it back, add more surface until this thing works. The other thing I'm going to try out today is obviously my new laser sniper that Christy got me for Christmas. An awesome gift. My inner 15-year-old is squeaking very hard. Mainly I think I give it a little bit of a run through to make sure it's not going to react differently to my plastic ball. This is not quite plastic. It is some sort of polyurethane blend. It can have a little bit of hook and sort of roll out. Give me some unexpected misses on single pins. So part of my goal today is just to make sure I learn how this ball is going to react on spare shot. Gonna go ahead and get into practice, and hopefully I can still bowl after being out for 3 weeks. We'll get to it.
Through all these shots, you want to watch for this elbow right here. This elbow being tucked in is one of the goals that I am working on doing along with this new hand position.
Those weren't glued in. So I should check this, but Will doesn't glue his finger grips in until he knows they fit right. Christy brought it home, she didn't check it, I didn't check it. So they just weren't glued in yet. It happens. He took care of it, and should be good to go.
So the big change that I'm doing here is working on having my thumb out at my stance, which also has the benefit of pulling my elbow in.
Oh, perfect.
Having your elbow in has the benefit of keeping my arm tucked in more in my backswing. I'm going to look at this in slow motion here and see where my hand is at release. A lot more behind the ball than it has been in the past. This is giving me a very, very improved rev rate and accuracy to a point. And we're going to see here in a moment that my arm is almost straight down under my head, right there, which is also a big improvement over where things are. My arm slot has been a little bit wonky at times. And obviously it's not perfect yet. I still have a lot of work to do to make this more consistent. Like on this shot, it sort of just falls out a little bit.
Yeah, it didn't stand that one long enough. I went to came off the hand.
But when the timing works out and I keep everything in position, my release looks really good, and so does my reaction, like right here.
Thumb out.
So thumb out is basically my mantra at this point. Keeping my thumb pointed towards the right wall. Doing it in my stance with my elbow in, doing it during my backswing, keeps my elbow tucked in, and my swing in a good spot. And coming towards release, it keeps me behind and theoretically inside the ball. When it all comes together, I'm a pretty good bowler.
Cool, that feels good. Got a good line out with the Alert. I'm gonna go ahead and hop over and throw the Mythic for a little bit. We're gonna starting off in the same space I'm standing for the Alert. Let's try to throw the same shot for right now. Okay, so basically the same thing. Weird. Yeah, this is weird. So 2 shots thrown with the Mythic, and the same shot with the same shot thrown with the Alert, exact same reaction. So this could be awkward. Yeah, this is just weird. It's the same ball. Take a break from that and do some spare shooting.
So first things first, when I'm shooting these spares, you're not going to see any left side spares. The camera angle here was not giving me very good visibility towards that, but trust me, they were bad. Honestly, the big thing that I'm just going through right here is I'm throwing it way too hard. Is my backswing is super high, and it's keeping me from being in control of everything.
Oh, why? That's why we practice.
I do finally remember that I should, stay in control, keep myself really slow.
There we go.
And when I do that,
better. Much better.
Things get much better. So from here on out, my spare shooting to the right side is pretty good. I keep myself in control. I do see that I'm missing a little bit to the right, and this is largely, I think, due to my hand position. It changes my arm swing a little bit, and so I'm still not used entirely to how that's going to affect things. It's a pretty small adjustment, though, and it's one that I think I get through in this session, but I will spend some time in the future just making sure I have that right.
All right, notes for spare shooting. So far, some of the sniper, at least for me, rolls exactly the same as my plastic ball. I don't throw a ton of revs, so I'm not going to have a case where this thing's going to really do a lot for me in terms of hooking back. So that's great, perfect. Means mission accomplished. A couple of notes regarding me and spares, I noticed. One, since I've started having my wrist out a bit more in order to get the thumb out and my elbow in, I'm missing right a bit more. So I'm going to have to basically spend more time on 10 pins practicing that way and just relearn my lining, my targeting. Probably a small adjustment to make. I was pretty good near the end here. Should be all right. Left side spares, still a complete crap show. Need to come down and practice some more, but I'm okay with that right now because I've been out for so long. So I just have to relearn that anyway. Still really happy with this. It's amazing. It's a wonderful gift from Christy. I'm going to go ahead and go back and do some more shots with the Alert and the Mythic. Try to see if I can find a difference between the two of them. They're looking very similar so far. Okay, so I'm basically going to go through this game and alternate between the Mythic and the UFO Alert. Try to throw them in the same line. If it behaves as the same ball, then one ball stays and one doesn't. Little slip there, but pretty good. Oh, come on. What was that even? I mean, my body was weird, but the ball was in the right place. Same look. You are mitigated by being in a house situation, so that's going to affect things a little bit. And that house is going to make everything look a little more similar. Going to give me a lot of more miss room. Didn't stay in that ball very long. Sort of came off a week. Gonna get myself a full rack and just do this one again. Ow, whoa. Yep, great shot. Little stick on the shoe, but came off my hand great. Carried. Ow. Foot came out from underneath me, so my timing was really off on that one. Another element here is that I'm just still learning a new thing with my hand positioning, so it's gonna mess up my timing, my game a little bit. Backswing was way too high in that shot. Backswing was way up here. missed a little light with both of them. This is partially me getting tired at this point. Yeah, that's just me being tired. That's 100% at this point. So we are done at this point. All right, so shot a whole game basically alternating between the Mythic and the UFO Alert, and they feel really similar here. I was hoping I'd end up with like basically UFO Alert Plus. It feels like I might have actually unintentionally found a possible replacement for the UFO Alert if mine ever dies on me. I thought the cover on the Mythic was supposed to be stronger than it actually is. I just don't know them as well as I do the Storm brand's cover designators. So I'm gonna go back home, watch some tape, edit this up into something that will give me some more insight. And once I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about these two balls a little bit more. So let's go ahead and send it back to the office.
So I've had a chance to watch the video footage now, and I've got to say, the differences between these two balls as things stand is really tiny. To my relatively inexperienced eye, it looks like the main difference is that the Alert is a little bit quicker off the break point than the Mythic, but not by much. It's a subtle difference and not really one that my game is capable of taking advantage of. Now, this was all done on a house shot, and it didn't really spend time trying to play any other angles. I just found a good shot with one ball and threw the other one on the same line. Maybe the Jackal would have been better playing a bit straighter, though I don't think so, or with different ball speed or something. I'm certainly not writing off the ball as just an Alert backup, though. I want to spend some more time in future practice sessions seeing how else it can react, as well as putting even more surface on it. It's currently at a broken shine 3K, so the next step will actually be to take it down to 500 and work my way back up to that 3000 finish. Maybe having a more sanded surface will give it a look that is different enough from the Alert so to let it sit in my bag as a good option. That will do it for this video. I am happy to be back to bowling, though it took a lot out of me, and I am excited to be entering into a new year. My December sucked, to be perfectly honest, with my going through a cold, the flu, food poisoning, dehydration from the above, another weird stomach bug, and then COVID. So the risk of summoning bad luck, January has got to be better. I hope that you had a better finish to your year than I did, and hope that you all have a wonderful new year ahead of you. Thanks for watching, for commenting, subscribing. I look forward to having you continue to join me as we move ahead into 2023. Good luck and good bowling.